Liana, Cosmo's resident beauty vlogger, and today we're going to be talking about contouring and highlighting. And that is basically when you use beauty products like creams or powders to manipulate light and change the shape of your face. So you'll need two shades for this. One, a couple of shades darker than your actual skin tone to contour. So basically it's like in art when you use a darker shade to push anything back and make that seem further away from you. And then you'll also need a lighter shade with a slight shimmer in it if you fancy it, to bring that area of the face closer towards you. So there are a couple of palettes here that I have to show you that kind of do that for you and have everything all neatly packed together. And this is the first one, which I'm going to use today, and this is the Charlotte Tilbury Film Start Bronze and Glow palette. So you have your sculpting shade here and your highlight shade here. If you fancy something a bit more purse friendly, this one from Sleek is a nice one, and this is the Face Contour Kit, and they do have a couple of shades of this as well. And then the last couple of things are the Kevyn Aucoin Candlelight Powder and also the Kevyn Aucoin Sculpting Powder in medium. Those are all powders, but if you do fancy something with a bit more of a creamy texture, the Tom Ford Shade and Illuminate palette is a nice one, and it's really subtle on the skin as well. So there are three brushes I use when I'm contouring and highlighting, and the first one is a little contour brush like this, and this is the Real Techniques contour brush, and it works really nicely because it has a fine point and you can really get into the corners of your cheekbones. And then I use a fan brush like this one by Laura Mercier to apply the highlight shimmer powder to the tops of my cheekbones, and then a big fluffy brush just to blend everything in together. So when I'm applying quite a bit of product onto my cheeks, I do make sure I use a good moisturizer first, and I love this one because it absorbs really nicely into the skin and powders just tend to stick well on top of it. And this is the Kiehl's Ultra Facial Moisturizer, and now I'm going to go in with my contour brush and my contour powder from the Charlotte Tilbury palette. Take a bit off on the back of my brush, and if you see where the top of your ear starts down to the bottom of your chin, that's where you want to start your contour to kind of enhance your cheekbone. So I'm going to start here and just work my way down. So with your contour powder you can kind of do a little E shape down the side of your face and around your jaw as well, just to define everything a little bit and give a really nice sculpted look. I'm then going to go in with my fan brush by Laura Mercier and into the highlight powder and just sweep that over the tops of the cheekbones in a kind of C shape. And this fan brush kind of does all the hard work for you, and it applies just the right amount of product because the brush is so fine. And then I'm just going to take my big fluffy brush and blend all the colours together just to ensure that there's a really kind of seamless finish. Now I'm just going to go back in with my contour brush and do the same thing again, just along my cheekbones, up from the top of the ear. Sometimes if you pull a funny face like this, you can kind of see that line a bit more clearly. And then up along my hairline, and that E shape again, and down below my jaw. And this will just make everything look much more defined than it actually is, and fake some really nice cheekbones that you didn't even know you had. Same thing again with the fan brush, just sweeping that along the tops of the cheekbones and next to the contour shade, like a little C shape around the face. And then the last step again, just blending everything together. So that's my kind of cheekbones and sculpted face finish, but the same concept with this applies with anything. Anything you want to appear further away from you, put your darker shade there, and anything you want to appear closer towards you or make look more pointed, that is where your highlight shade goes. So that you can do this pretty much around your whole body. I even sometimes do it on my legs and just sweep a light shimmer powder down the center of my legs to make them look a bit slimmer, or you could do it on your collarbones or down your nose or anything like that. But I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you soon.